advertisement on the back of that. You know, that game was a huge controversy when it was released back in the day. And we got another Rise of Maggie, or Magi comic there. The Mighty Samson by Dark Horse Comics. That's going to be interesting. A comic by Leonard Nimoy. Leonard Nimoy's Immortals. That's interesting. Gonna have to check that out. Let's see what we've got here. Death Blow. Don't know a lot about Death Blow. He's from Image Comics, and I haven't really read a lot of Image Comics. Growing up, I mostly read Marvel and DC comics. Another Image comic, The Shaman's Tears. One of the neat things about mystery boxes is that I get to read a lot of comics from different companies that I wouldn't ordinarily read, such as Codename Strikeforce by Image Comics, which I didn't know existed until just now. And there's another Strikeforce comic. Well, this looks interesting. First Comics. See, there's a lot of comic book companies that have come and gone over the years. And, yeah, so Comics Cute Bunny and things like this. This is basically furry fan fiction, but from the 1980s. I actually have a few of these comics. Maybe I'll bring them out and show them to you if any of you out there in YouTube land are interested in furry fan fiction written in the 1980s. Anyway, this is the E-Man comic. I might even actually get some of these furry fan fiction comics in these boxes. That'd be really interesting. There's another E-Man comic. It's interesting because you're seeing a lot of these comics that didn't sell very well, such as E-Man. Psylords. Oh, look, there's a Mortal Kombat advertisement on the back there. I love Mortal Kombat, for the record. It's a great game. Well, the first, two of them were really great. I don't know how people feel about the other ones. Mortal Kombat 3 was probably when the series was at its highest. What is this? Negative Burn. I don't know what that is. That sounds interesting. Some weird art on the back. It looks interesting. I like the cover art to this. This is really neat. Negative Burn, an anthology. Sounds interesting. What do we got here? Jademan Comics. We have Oriental Heroes. Interesting. I've never seen that before. Oh, hey, look, there's like a poster in the middle of it, which I can't open or show you because I'd have to take it out of the comic. That's neat. Ooh, we have a shiny cover coming up. Let's see, what do we got here? We got Breakthrough, it looks like. Oh, look at that awesome arcade Super Nintendo stick. That's awesome. Valiant Comics Ninjak. Look at how awesomely shiny that cover is. That's awesome. I love it. The artwork in this is actually really good. That's cool. I like that. John Byrne's Next Men. Ah, yes, the Next Men. This is basically like a Dark Horse version of the X-Men. Because I've read some of these, so I know what it is. I don't think it's very good, which explains why it's in the mystery box. I didn't like the X-Men comics. I thought they were bad. Some people out there might like them. I don't know. I personally didn't. There's E-Man. Interesting. Another one of those. Elvin. This looks pretty neat. I think I might like reading this. Oh, and look, there's the Wolverine video games on the back. Made, of course, by LJN. Honestly, I didn't think the Wolverine game was that bad. I played it. I probably still have it laying around somewhere. I still have my Super Nintendo. Neil Gaiman's Wheel of Worlds. Oh, that's on the back here. That's interesting. But this is Mr. Hero. Mr. Hero's actually a pretty fun comic, I've heard. Let's see. Lethargic Comics by Alpha Productions. This looks like a parody comic. That might be interesting. So you can see I've got a stack of comics piling up over here. I'll probably put all these comics back in the box, and I'll read them or go through them later. Maybe make some more videos about them. Miss Tree's Thrilling Detective Adventure. That It's by Eclipse Comics. That might be interesting. I should learn more about these comic book companies, honestly. Another Mortal Kombat 2 advertisement. Ultraverse Mantra. That sounds very interesting. What else we got in here? We got Kamui by Eclipse Comics. The X-Flies Bug Hunt. That's probably another parody comic. Zen Intergalactic Ninja is actually pretty fun. We got something called Sheltered, another Sheltered comic. Shadowhawk 3, it's got kind of a heavy special cover, that's cool, I like that. I do not like this Red Sonja art cover, I don't like it, but some people might. Red Sonja is actually really cool, I love Red Sonja. There's a Red Sonja comic. Oh. Looks like it's being made by Dynamite Comics. There's another Red Sonja comic. Irredeemable by Mark Waid. You know, a lot of people don't like Mark Waid these days. My friend says this is actually not a bad comic to read. I think he has the whole series. This is Starborn. Another Starborn comic. Now, you know that Mark Waid isn't very popular, obviously, because, you know, his comic was in the mystery box. Mystery boxes are generally composed, the majority of which comic books, as you can see, didn't sell very well. Not that all of these were like that. There are actually some really good treasure gems in these things. Good comics, such as some of the Image comics were really good. Oh, look, Planet of the Apes. There's another Starborn comic. I didn't really like the Planet of the Apes, the new movies, but my friend did. He thought they were great. Honestly, I mean, they're pretty well done movies, I guess. I'm just not a fan of Planet of the Apes. But I'm sure a lot of you out there are. I personally prefer the original movies. But, you know, that's just me. The Last Planet. Sounds interesting. Something called Dry County. I don't know what that is. That sounds interesting. Another Nighthawk comic. Oh, and the Warlock video game, which I also have laying around somewhere. That game was actually really hard and not very good. There's Nighthawk. And again, the Warlock video game. Now this looks interesting. We got here The Chromium Man and Violent Past. Well, that sounds interesting. That's by Triumphant Comics. I have some other comics by Triumphant, actually. Resident Alien. Well, that sounds fun. I have to look at that. Huh. How about that? An advertisement for the Xbox 360 Xbox Arcade. And what do we got here? Oh, that's interesting. The Big Shots by Dynamite Comics. And then there's some cool art on the back that looks interesting. So, anyway, this is basically what you see when you buy a comics mystery box. Put this back in the box the best I can here. The comics mystery boxes, as I said, are usually full of comics that didn't sell very well, but they're still interesting to see. I love comic books. I love collecting them. I love looking at the art. Interesting thing to say. Comic books are a form of art usually referred to as sequential art, which is art that tells a story by following a sequence of pictures. Anyway, that aside, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more comic book mystery boxes and things that I get inside these things, let me know. Thanks for listening, and I'm signing off. This is Mr. Fox. Thank you, and have a good day, guys.